Hi beautiful, welcome to my channel. Today we are leaving the studio and we are going shopping. I plan to go to Sephora and Ulta and see everything that is new at my local Sephora and Ulta and show you. I plan to smell a lot of scents that I have expressed interest in and see what I like and what I don't like, and hopefully maybe come home with some. And I also want to go to Bath and Body Works because there is a specific body scent that is a dupe for a high-end fragrance that I've wanted for years, that I want to smell, and if I like it and if it's actually the same type of scent, I'll probably also go for that one. There's also a new Sephora inside Kohl's near my house that I want to see because I've never been to Sephora inside Kohl's, and I want to see what they have versus the actual big Sephoras. I have a driver today, also cameraman, and I will see you guys when we get to our first stop. Okay, so we are at the first stop, which is Ulta Beauty, and before we go in, I want to show you guys something you've been asking me to show you for a while, and that is the baby bump. I am 38 weeks pregnant right now, and I look very, very, very pregnant, especially with this dress. So now that you've seen it, let's go in. I've heard a lot of good things about the About Face foundation, especially when I went to New Orleans. A lot of the girls there seem to love it, so I want to try it. I'm going to find my shade in this one because I want to try it soon. All right, I had heard of Bella Hadid's new perfume line, but I had no idea it was at Ulta, so I'm going to smell these. These are supposed to be, or they are, alcohol free, and I'll tell you what I think about them. The display is beautiful. All right, we just smelled all three of them, my husband and I, and we agree this right here is the best one. I think this is called, let's see, the Blooming Fire one. This one is so good. I'm gonna see what the price of these are. Maybe I'll take one home. I really loved the way this one smelled. This one smells a little too fruity for me, a little bit like mango, but like also spicy. I didn't like this one at all. And this one was okay, but my favorite, definitely the Blooming Fire one. I came to the NYX display to try and find the butter blushes because I wanted to swatch them for you and see how they look and feel, but they only have the bronzers. I just asked, they don't have the blushes yet, so maybe we'll find them somewhere else. So far, no luck on those. I had no idea that Sol de Janeiro was now being sold at Ulta. To me, this was still a Sephora exclusive brand, but I'm so happy to see it here because I know that the Ulta reward system is a lot of people's favorite. So now you can get these with a bit of a discount. Okay, so here is the Charlotte Tilbury counter at my local Ulta. I came looking for the fragrances and I do not see them. I don't think they have the fragrances here, so I'm hoping to have better luck at Sephora because one of the things I definitely wanted to smell today was the Charlotte Tilbury perfumes. So hopefully at Sephora they have them. I think they do. I'm loving all of the luxury products at Ulta. Here's the Pat McGrath and the Natasha Denona displays. Love. Look at all those beautiful Mothership palettes. I was wondering if the Natasha Denona powder foundation was here, and it definitely is. So if you've been wanting to try it and you want to see what it looks like in person, check out your local Ulta. It looks like my local Ulta does not have the new Fenty foundation yet, which I'm wearing right now. They have the soft matte one, which is the original one, but they don't have the new one that is hydrating. Okay, so we checked out and left Ulta, and I am at Kohl's now. This, I believe, is new. I have never seen it before, and I have come through this street quite a few times. I think the Sephora inside Kohl's is new, and I've never been to a Kohl's inside Sephora, so I want to see what the differences are between that and an actual Sephora store, and what I might find there, because this is actually much closer to my house than Sephora is, so for future reference. All right, so here's the Sephora inside Kohl's. You guys, it's nice. Gabriel was just saying he was thinking it was going to be something smaller, but it's actually a pretty decent size Sephora. So let's see what they have. Let's see if the Fenty foundation is here. Yes, it is. So here is the soft lit foundation from Fenty, which is the one I'm wearing today that I have been loving. So they do have the Sephora newness here, or the Fenty newness, I should say. I'm wondering if they have brands like Charlotte or Pat McGrath. So that's what we're going to find out next. I was low-key thinking I was not going to find Charlotte Tilbury here, but we do have a small Charlotte Tilbury display. Also not the fragrances, but we'll see if those are somewhere else in the store. At least there's some Charlotte Tilbury in here. And they have, you know, the typical brands like Kosas. Oh, Makeup by Mario is here. I'm going to see if I can find the new bronzers, which I'm not seeing on that display. There's Makeup Forever, Urban Decay back there. Your usuals. We are leaving. I did not find the Charlotte Tilbury fragrances there. They also don't have the new bronzer by Makeup by Mario, which I'm looking for. I liked it though. They do have a good selection, and it's better than what Sephora at JCPenney used to be for sure. But we are headed somewhere else now. So we came to the mall now, and in here I have the big Sephora that I wanted to go to, and then there also is a Bath and Body Works. So we are heading, I think, to Bath and Body Works first. There's this fragrance I've been dying to smell from there, so I'll explain more once we get there. So I have mentioned a bunch of times that I love Delina from Perfume de Marly, which is a very fancy fragrance. It's over $300, and so I've never actually purchased it. And Bath and Body Works has a body scent. It's like a cologne type thing, and it's a dupe for it, so we're going to go smell it. Very sad news because they don't have them in stock, but at least I get to smell them. And if it's available online, I'll just go ahead and order it. I wanted to smell it before I purchased it. These are all inspired by high-end scents, but the one that I'm interested in is definitely the Covered in Roses one. Okay, so I left because they didn't have it anyways. And I don't want to say people are lying online because it does have the Delina vibe, but it is nothing like I was expecting. I am highly disappointed. It's mainly a lot of alcohol, and I feel like Delina has a lot of layers and a lot of density to it, and it's like sweet and yummy, and this is again like the tiniest hint of it, but I just don't think, I mean, I can see how it's inspired in it, but I don't think it smells that much like Delina, if that makes sense. Okay, time for Sephora. I hope they have everything I want to smell and touch and feel and look at. This time around, their front displays aren't very exciting, but I do see the Charlotte Tilbury fragrances back there. So we're gonna smell those. This is new. I have not seen this, but it's basically a full-size magic cream with a free magic water cream on top. So if you've been curious about trying it, you can for the price of just magic cream alone, because magic cream is $100 on its own, and you get the free magic water cream in this set. I'm going to link it in the description box if I can find it online. And then they do have the new Makeup by Mario Sun-Kissed Skin Redefined Natural Soft Coat. Oh my god, that's a long ass name. Bronzers here. So let's go ahead and swatch these and see how they look and feel. So here are the swatches of the Makeup by Mario bronzers. They are super liquidy and kind of very see-through as well. I don't think that these are as pigmented as the Say Beauty one I tried the other day, but I'm definitely going to grab one to test it. But they're so sheer that I feel like I can go with a darker shade than I normally would go for. I normally would go for probably light medium or light, but I don't know, I feel like I'm not going to see that on my skin. I'll try and blend them out and get a color, and we'll try them at home. I made it to the fragrance display, and there's a few fragrances I see here that I definitely want to smell and try, but hopefully I can find all of them. The first one I see is More Sex from Charlotte Tilbury, so we'll try that one. I don't love it. The other one I wanted to smell was Vanilla Candy from Kylie, so let's go for this one. Okay, I have to give you my thoughts afterwards, but also not what I was expecting. I left Sephora. I feel like my baby is going to pop out from just walking around the mall. In fact, I hope she does. My husband is buying Cinnabon over there, and I just sat down for a second because I need to catch my breath. I stopped filming inside Sephora because it was noisy and the music was kind of loud, and I had a lot of reactions to the fragrances I smelled. None of them were what I was expecting. And I couldn't smell the rest of the Charlotte Tilbury fragrances in there, but I will smell them at home because I bought the Discovery set, which is what they had. They did not have the testers for all of the different fragrances. They said the only fragrance they're going to carry at this location is More Sex, which is the one I smelled and didn't love because it's a little spicy for my personal taste. So I bought the Discovery set so I can smell the rest of them and tell you guys my thoughts on them if you and I maybe have similar fragrance scents. This was a very unexpected trip because the only fragrance I ended up absolutely loving was the Bella Hadid one, which I was not looking for at all. Sometimes that's the way things are. I did smell the Miami fragrance in store, which I'm gonna put a picture right here because I didn't take a video, which I thought I was going to love, but I also don't love it. I'll tell you guys my thoughts on the different fragrances once I get home. But yeah, everything was a little bit on the unexpected side. I'm back home now. It's been several hours since we came back from the mall. We ended up going to the Cheesecake Factory for dinner after I was done at Sephora and whatnot. And so I have my little strips where I sprayed the scents that I wanted to smell. And I want to tell you what I think about them, comparing them to the notes and what I had thought they were going to be like versus what they are like. I have to say, I like floral scents, I like feminine scents, I like sweet scents, but they can't be like overpoweringly sweet, I don't think. And I don't tend to love spicy, but I do tend to really like woody scents. So that's where I'm at with my fragrance choices. So let's start with the Valentino Donna Born in Roma Green Stravaganza Eau de Parfum. I had wanted to smell this one in stores for a while. This one's not new, it's been out for a while, but Sephora didn't have it in stores till recently. The scent type for this one is warm florals, and the keynotes are tea accord, jasmine, and vanilla. I absolutely love jasmine and vanilla, but the tea accord, once it's dried down, I actually really like it because I can mainly smell the jasmine and the vanilla. But when I first sprayed it in the stores, I was not impressed because it did smell strongly of tea. Like at first it hit me, that tea scent, and I don't like tea or tea scented things. It smelled borderline a little bit too green, if that makes sense. Right now I am loving it because it's been several hours and the tea accord note kind of went away, so the jasmine and vanilla smell really good. But I did not love it at first because of that tea notes in it. Let's jump to Ellis Brooklyn Miami Nectar, which I was convinced was coming home with me today. This was the scent that I thought I was going to be in love with. If you were to have asked me when I left my house today what I would come home with, I would have told you it was this scent right here from Ellis Brooklyn. The scent type for this Miami fragrance is warm and sweet gourmand. It says it is in the fragrance family of warm and spicy, and the key notes are pink pineapple, coconut water, and sweet amber. I cannot pinpoint exactly what it is that I did not love about this one. I can't tell you a specific note that I didn't like, but the combination of everything was, I think, just borderline a little bit too sweet for me. I think it was just a bit overpoweringly sweet for my personal taste, so I did not like it. My friend Andrea had told me that she didn't like it and she thought I was going to like it because to her it smelled like sunscreen. I like sunscreen smelling things, I'm not going to lie, and this does not smell to me like sunscreen at all. It was just like, again, I think overpoweringly a bit too sweet. It actually smells better now than when I sprayed it in the store, but once again, when I sprayed it in the store, it just like hit me hard, okay? I was not expecting it and I was not in love with it. Next I have Kylie Rock Sugar here, which I was not expecting to love, but I was definitely very intrigued about it because I hear a lot of people talking about this one online. And so I definitely wanted to smell it and see if I would like it. I do love the pistachio one from Kylie. In fact, that's the one I was wearing today when I left here. But Rock Sugar from Kylie, I do not like. It smells to me a little bit like licorice, if that makes sense. Like there is a note in there that's like a bit too licorice, a bit too sweet for my own personal taste that I am not loving. The fragrance family of this one is warm and spicy, scent type warm and sweet gourmands. And then the keynotes are candied pear, rock sugar, and vanilla cream. I don't know if it's the candied pear that turns a little bit too strongly sweet for me, or if it's the rock sugar. But once again, this was one that I was intrigued about and I did not end up loving. It is a bit too sweet for my personal taste. Moving on to Charlotte Tilbury and the Fragrance Discovery set that I bought. I'm about to spray all of these and tell you my thoughts on them. More Sex was the only one I smelled in store and I did not like it. It smells a bit too spicy for my personal taste. I just don't like spicy scents. This one is described as in the warm and spicy family. Scent type says woody spices. And then the key notes are black pepper oil and leather accord. I don't like leather scents either. And then musk, which I do like. But the leather accord and the black pepper oil are definitely the main things you smell in here. And I don't love spicy scents, so this one I immediately knew that it was a no for me. Let's move on to Charlotte Tilbury Love Frequency. Immediately not loving that one either. This one is described as a floral fragrance scent type classic florals, pink pepper, rose essential, and cashmere wood. I'm not the biggest fan of rose scented things. I can do rose when mixed with other things. This one I think is, I don't know, the rose combination with the pink pepper, not my favorite thing. It's described as sultry and enchanting, a soft and sensual floral blend which elicits feelings of love to make your heart dance, leaving an intoxicating scent trail in its path. I don't find it intoxicating. Like, it's not strong enough to be intoxicating. And I don't love the notes of pink pepper and rose. I am a fragrance hater today, okay? Joyphoria is described as a fresh scent. I like fresh scents. It says that the keynotes are neroli, which I love, ylang ylang, which depends on what it's mixed with, I can also like, and solar vanilla. Let's see. Okay, I like Joyful. Oh, yes, this smells so good. I'm so glad. Oh my god, this one smells delicious. It says happiness in a bottle, and it definitely has that uplifting mood to it. Radiant ylang ylang, uplifting neroli oil, and solar vanilla help transport you to pure paradise. This balmy, fresh scent enhances joy like a ray of golden sunshine. It makes you glow with the lights. Finally, one that I like from Charlotte, Joyphoria, is definitely a good scent. Really, really love the way this one smells. Magic Energy next, which is the green bottle. And this one says earthy and woody. The scent type is warm woods. We'll see. The keynotes are bergamot oil, cypress ultimate, and Palo Santo accord. It smells good, but this is not a scent that I would see becoming a favorite of mine. I love the smell of Palo Santo, but I don't love to wear it on my body. It's more like for the house to me, like a house smell. This one's described as vitality in a bottle. Awaken your senses with invigorating Palo Santo accord, energizing bergamot oil, and sophisticated cypress. A balance of earthy, woody, and sweet. This scent radiates pure energy to rejuvenate and revitalize. I don't disagree with that, but this type of scent is just not the one that I obsess over. It's not one that I love to wear on my body. It's good. I don't hate it. It's like fresh, but like borderline a bit too green for my own personal taste. Next we have Calm Bliss, and I love the color of this bottle. If clean was a scent, that is what this one smells like. It is super clean. Fragrance family, fresh, scent type fresh aquatics. And then this one has lavender oil, watery accord, and white musk. Super clean. Serenity in a bottle. This calm infusion will help soothe your senses and make you feel reborn with relaxing lavender oil, sweetwater accord, and blissful white musk. A single spray of this fresh scent will transport you to a tranquil oasis. This is a really good summer scent for sure. I don't see it becoming a favorite of mine though, because it smells a little bit too much, and this is rare for me to say because usually I like this type of scent, but it smells a little bit too much like fresh laundry to me. I don't hate it. I actually quite like it. I love the smell of clean laundry. I just don't know if that's what I want to smell like out and about all day, you know, because I can have that on my clothes. I don't need to have it on my body as well. With that said, I like it. Last but certainly not least, Cosmic Power, which is this purple bottle. It says warm and spicy fragrance family, woody spices scent type. And then the key notes are spices cocktail, black pepper oil, cinnamon bark oil, and clove, frankincense accord, and amber accord. I don't think I'm going to like that. And I don't. It's a bit too smoky for me, a bit too spicy for my personal taste. I'm not loving it. I gotta say though, one of my main issues with Charlotte's original fragrance was that it smelled very old lady-like, very powdery. And so I was scared that her new fragrance release would have too much of that going on, and it has none of that going on. So she definitely did something very different. And she did launch something for everyone, because there is one scent in here that I fell in love with, and that one was the Joyphoria one. I love Joyphoria, it's so good. And then I also really liked Calm Bliss, although definitely not as much as Joyphoria. My biggest scent find today though was definitely the one that I was not even looking for at all whatsoever, and that is this right here, which I bought from Ulta, the Orabella Blooming Fire scent. This is a hydrating alcohol-free scent elevated with essential oils. My arm, I sprayed it on this arm. It still feels hydrated all of these hours later, and I can still smell this scent on me. It is very long lasting. I bought the 1.7 ounce bottle, which was like $70, $75. When I tell you I saw this fragrance brand announced and I didn't blink twice. I couldn't care less, honestly. And I didn't even know where it was going to be sold. So I was surprised today when I saw it at Ulta. And the moment I smelled it, I fell in love with this scent. Gabriel fell in love with this scent, which made me fall even more in love with this scent, because you definitely want your husband to tell you you smell yummy, right? But then the fact that I sprayed it, I loved it, I bought it, and several hours later I could still smell it on myself. I could still smell it on my arm. My arm felt great because the essential oils in there truly feel very hydrating, very long staying power. I'm so impressed with this, honestly. Let's go ahead and open it. Ooh, take a look right there at how it's separated. So this is oil and this is, I guess, the fragrance down here. I'm guessing we'll have to mix it to use it, because I definitely want to get the full experience of it. It is a parfum, so there is a high concentration of the scent in there. I'm gonna spray it over here. It's so good, and as it dries it gets even better. Oh my god, I love it. There's no way of laying it down though. It doesn't come with the little holder that Ulta had propped it on, so I'm not sure how it's going to be stored back here. Let me go ahead and read you the notes of this one because I loved it so much. Under features, it says that it's a hydrating, alcohol-free, dermatologist tested, suitable for sensitive skin formula. Shake to activate, so you are supposed to shake it. The fragrance family says warm florals, and then the key notes are top notes of bergamot, cedarwood, clove leaf, patchouli, and cardamom. Middle notes of manoi and jasmine, and the base is patchouli. This smells so good. It's like a soft, sweet floral scent. That's the best way I can describe it to you. It smells a little bit flowery and a little bit sweet, and the overall combination of all of that is a sweet, flowery, but still has a little bit of depth type of fragrance. I absolutely loved it. And like I said, the more you wear it, the more you let it dry, the better it smells. I promise, it's so good. Besides the fragrances today, I bought the About Face foundation that I showed you at Ulta, and I cannot wait to try this one. I think the color I got might be a little too dark for me, but we'll see. And then I also got, even though I honestly don't think I'm going to love this, but I got it because I have to try it. It's my job to try it. The Makeup by Mario bronzer. I don't think I'm going to love this, but I'll try these in an upcoming video and tell you guys how I feel about them. I also want to compare this to the Stay Beauty bronzer. I think the Stay Beauty bronzers are better, to be honest with you, and more affordable. So we will talk about all of that in an upcoming video. I truly hope that you guys liked hanging out with me today. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments section about all of these fragrances I tried and whether or not you've been interested in trying these as well. If you guys liked today's video, don't forget to please give it a thumbs up before you leave. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. I love you all so much. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you back in the next one. Bye.